Pete, it's me, God. Hi, God. I have to admit I've been expecting to hear from you. So you've heard about my visits to the other members of A Shinn Show? Oh, yeah, they've all told me. I mean, when God comes and talks to you, it's kind of a big deal, even for non-believers like my family. You're right, Pete. It is a big deal. I'm a big deal. I'm the biggest deal there ever has been or ever will be. Yeah, Elsie told me you'd say something like that. Well, then she probably also told you that I'm really pissed off about A Shinn Show. You guys are a bunch of blasphemers, and I hold you responsible as the paterfamilias. Well, I accept my responsibility, God, but I've got to ask you, why in the world do you sound like me? Man, you've really got an ego on you. Don't you think it might be possible that you sound like me? You know, God, when you put it that way, I guess you're right. Of course I'm right. I'm God. I'm perfect. I'm all-seeing. I'm omniscient. And that should give you pause as you consider whether or not you need to get A Shinn Show back on a more spiritual path. Well, considering this is most likely an hallucination, and I kind of like the direction we're going, I'm going to give it a pass. Yeah, everyone else on your show said the same thing. All right, well, here's the most important thing, Pete. The most important thing is don't masturbate. Yeah, I heard you were saying the same thing to everybody else on the show. What's the big deal with masturbation to you? I gotta admit, it's kind of a weird fixation, given that we have death, violence, war, pestilence, all that kind of thing. Isn't that more up your alley? Oh no, death, war, pestilence, and that kind of thing is all the work of the devil, Pete. You're gonna be hearing from him later. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I meet with the devil all the time. Haven't you already talked to Elsie? A Shinn Show.
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 Previously on A Shinn Show.
We should fucking unionize, all right? This church needs some proper representation. Proper representation. Proper representation. Proper representation. Proper representation.
Do you feel undervalued? Is your employer eroding and withholding not just your wages and rights, but also your very soul? Welcome to Noah's Association of Socialist Assimilation. Unofficially associated with the Church of Universal Energy, lawsuit pending, NASA is the union for all in the many multiverses. Specializing in podcast guests and technical workers, NASA is ready to defend your rights at all costs to productivity, safety, and sanity. Is your boss possibly your own oppressive father? Stick it to the man by joining NASA, a budding organization of brilliant minds united for better living conditions for all in the infinite multiverse. You may ask yourself, I don't even listen to podcasts, let alone work on them. Can I join? Of course you can. Anyone is permitted to join and remain in NASA so long as they pay dues. Dues are calculated as 5 ass coins per inter-multiverse month. A small price to pay for sweet, soul-saving dignity. Come find a home. Come find a family. Come to NASA, where we soar together into a better tomorrow.
Can you please give me a ride home?
No, I mean, you could walk.
It's actually kind of a little bit more of a meaner walk than you would think.
Yeah, it is like
It's a 2-minute drive. It's like 2.5 minute drive, and it's like a good 25-minute walk. Yeah,
Sure.
Are
I'll do that for
Are we
you.
rolling? What?
Yeah, we are rolling. And
Okay.
I guess I didn't know if we wanted to talk about Ruth.
How fucked we are?
Ruth
Yeah.
How
Bader.
fucked we are? Do we want
Yes.
to talk about how fucked we are?
Are you talking about specifically because Ruth, Darth Vader, Ginsburg?
Let go
Is she
4 months too early? Yes.
Yeah,
What
it's
is-
really
who is this
how
woman?
rude of
She's
her.
on the Supreme Court. She's a liberal justice of the Supreme Court.
And
She's so much more than that, but we'll start there.
elaborate.
She's a pioneer in the justice system. She was one of the 4 liberal judges on the Supreme Court. And so with her death, gives Trump the power to elect another conservative justice. And those people have appointments for life. So it literally shapes our future.
So, okay, dude,
How-
Trump's going to turn America into Mordor. This place is
He's
just going to
trying.
straight up become Mordor.
Between him and Attorney General Barr, yeah.
It's just everyone's going to get irradiated and cancerous and turn into fucking orcs and just run around and cannibalize each other and shit. It's going to be fell beasts roaming the
Hey,
skies.
you know what though? If I turn into an orc, I no longer have to shave, and I think I'm into that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Works
an
out.
upside. I
This
really
is the
hadn't
most
thought of all that.
positive spin on Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death any of us
Oh
could
yeah,
have
so yeah, we got
possibly
the we got a little
Don't-
off. We got.
I
off
mean, don't get
topic.
it twisted. I am fucking. I'm pretty
Devastated.
upset
How
about
did
it.
she die?
Devastated. She's old
Cancer.
and sick. She had
She's
cancer.
had pancreatic cancer. She's been
How-
barely holding on for over a year now.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
How old was she?
87.
Oh Jesus.
Still working
Really?
every day.
Yeah,
That's
she's,
crazy.
She's part of the original women's movement. She was an early lawyer, advocated for women's rights.
God,
One of
she's
her
amazing.
earliest cases, because she was actually just a teacher for the longest time. She couldn't practice because her husband was a lawyer and he was practicing, and it was all this like fucking gender bias bullshit, right? So eventually she got a case, but it went all the way to the Supreme Court about discriminating against women. And like, she's a brilliant woman and has worked her ass off, and she's done so many good things for women in general. And of course they're going to replace her with probably some fucking asshole white man.
Emperor Palpatine, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
Orc.
And yes, all of those things.
It'll be one of
The
those
orc
orcs.
version of Palpatine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
A phalanx leader. Okay.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
So you know that game you play, Shadows of Mordor?
Yeah.
What's one of your group leaders' names?
I don't know. As Teru the Hairy. There's that one.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the new guy. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the new Supreme Court
Yes.
Justice, everybody. As Teru Crowdcatcher.
Now, look, he has not been vetted by the American Bar Association. In fact, he's not a lawyer. But don't worry, he'll take good care of America.
New Supreme Court Justice. Ook Book the skin peeler, everybody. Give a big round of applause. Big changes coming.
Oh, man. Well,
Hey,
that's...
speaking of super smart women, Taylor and I were watching videos, and I feel so embarrassed I can't remember this lady's name. But I cannot fucking remember her name at all. But there's a video. The video we saw is of her, like, kind of present day-ish. She's pretty old now, and she's just talking about how, like, all the maps that are taught to us in school are super inaccurate in size. Basically how it all comes back to a subtle way of racism being taught because
The white countries were bigger.
yeah, because fucking Africa, the United States can fit inside of Africa like quite a number of times. That led to another video of like, this had to be in like the 70s. It's very old. And she was like trying to teach these kids about discrimination. She's like, what are kind of people who don't get a fair shake? And all the kids who had to be like, I don't know, maybe 10, probably more like 7 or 8. They're pretty young. I don't know. I can't fucking
You don't
gauge
know kids' ages.
They're all just evil little gremlins.
Would
to
you
me.
would you say 3 feet or 4 feet?
3?
Okay.
3. I'd say.
I don't know what that
I don't
stage
either.
is,
I
but,
don't know
but we'll
what-
go by height from now
Sure,
on.
midgets.
These are
We're
3
dealing
feet
with
tall
midgets.
children.
So,
Yeah, but anyway,
like
all the
7-year-olds, right? Is that what we're
Yeah,
talking
sure.
about?
Does
you
it
guys are
matter?
parents, you
Make
would
up
know.
a number. Let's go.
It was an experiment. She was trying to teach them how racism is wrong and shit, which is it's a hard concept for kids to grasp when they're young, but she did a pretty good job. She just split the classroom up into blue-eyed people and brown-eyed people,
Yeah.
and then like had them like
Tribalize, beat each other.
yeah, she's like the
Drop them
blue-eyed
off on an
people-
island.
Stanford prison
island.
all the
experiment.
blue-eyed kids are smarter than all you brown-eyed kids. And they're like, what? And she's like, it's true. It's a fact. They're better. Like, they get to use the water fountain. The brown-eyed kids don't. They have to use paper cups. The blue-eyed kid get longer recess and shit. And the brown-eyed kids had to wear fucking collars. And then they switched it the next day. And the kids, they turned fucking crazy, dude.
Feral.
Yeah, they turned crazy.
There's a very famous college level experiment like this where some people were, the criminals and other people were the jailers. And
Oh, yeah.
it got pretty fucking heinous.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw a documentary on that. And then I saw they made like a little bit of a fictionalized version of that, which was not that great.
Yeah, I hear the movie sucked. But in any event, before that, what you were saying, Nicholas Shinn?
We all know brown eyes are better.
Yeah, well, that's true. But Blue Eye, Brown Eye, that's a very famous educational film. Where did you see it?
Just on YouTube. I don't know. Taylor had it up on her phone. She might have seen it on Facebook or YouTube or something.
Is that the first time you've seen that film?
Yeah. That was the first time I'd seen that.
Yeah,
But it was clearly the same lady who was also talking about the first video was just some old lady in her fucking living room. But then like it showed the
Talking
video.
about cartography.
Yeah. Talking about.
The inherent racism of the maps we are taught in geography.
Yeah. And also that, then it showed the video from the 70s and it was clearly the same woman. She was just way younger. So yeah, that was the first time I had seen that. Although I did already know that the maps were fucked up. I knew that was a thing.
I just thought that was like to make them fit better.
No, it's so that the white countries are bigger.
That
and
makes
better.
sense.
Really? No, I'm not familiar with the cartography piece, but I'm sure it
Yeah, like
exists.
for example, South America is 3 times the size of Greenland, but on the map, Greenland is way fucking bigger than South America. It's because white people live in Greenland.
Well, no, I don't think that's the case. Isn't it just the case that the way the map is drawn, due to the longitudinal lines, that therefore it distorts the way certain countries appear? I don't think there's any big plot about that.
No, because the longitudinal lines are long too. So the equator is described as the midpoint between Antarctica and the North and the South Pole. That's what the equator is, right? It's the middle
Yes,
of all the longitude. Yes or yes?
Presumably, yes.
Well, if you look at these maps, the equator where it's at would some of these maps it runs through fucking Iowa.
Look. We'll give you the link and put it in the group chat. Okay.
Yeah, look.
Judge for yourself.
Look, I know
Don't
it's
be a sheep.
Yeah, don't be a sheep. I know it's a week early, but I certainly hope it's not too early for a conspiracy theory, because that's what this sounds like to me, this whole
It's not a conspiracy theory, bro. You can Google that. Maps are drawn incorrectly.
Well,
America is...
Well, yeah, maps are drawn incorrectly, but the conspiracy at question here is it racist?
I mean, it may not be racist, but it was clearly like the guys who had a stake in the education of Americans were like, yeah, like, let's make America just bigger in all the maps. It's just a big dick swinging contest. That's not hard to believe that they would do that. Just like, yeah, our country is bigger than all the other countries, or as big at least.
Elsie, where do you weigh in on this map-making controversy?
I'm not engaged in this controversy, so...
What other reason would there be to incorrectly draw a map? You're like, oh, so it could fit better. That's not how it works. You just draw it smaller then if the shit don't fit. Draw the whole thing smaller, so it's all to scale, not just one country or the other.
No, but you are turning a globe into a flat piece of paper, so it's going to be distorted.
Yes, there are distortions.
I agree
Yeah,
that
but
it's
even
distorted,
on the globe...
but I don't think it's any sort of government plot. You know, I just don't believe that there's...
Government plot?
Yeah,
Just the
it's not-
white people plot.
Yeah, it's not that deep. It's just like, hey, when we do the maps, like, let's just make sure America's as big as everyone else. It's not that complicated.
Look, we're
Like,
all going to have to
it's
watch
not
the
that
video
crazy.
and check back in next week.
All right,
Yeah.
because I'm not arguing with a full set of facts, obviously. I have not seen this
I'm not
video.
either, but I do
He
know.
watched the goddamn thing and he don't know what he's talking about
Yeah,
anymore.
I mean, that woman has just as likelihood of being right as you are, honestly. It just, she really sounded, you should hear her say it. She sounded like she knew what she was talking about.
All right, well, that is interesting, though, because that is how people get into trouble on the internet. You look at a video and you think, well, that must be the fact, and it seems factual, but is it the fact?
Well, I mean, that part, the whole, is it racist or whatever, that's kind of secondary, tertiary to the fact that, like, they're drawing maps fucked up. They taught us in school that America is as big or bigger than a lot of, bigger than Africa, as big as Africa, bigger than Australia. That's not true. That's just plain wrong.
Yeah, but everyone knows that to be true, or everyone could have access to the information that that's not accurate. For example...
Yeah, but they're teaching kids in school that it is, though. Why not just teach it right in the first place?
Are you telling me that you were taught that the United States of America is bigger than Africa?
Yes.
Yes. All the maps looked like that.
I thought
It wasn't ever explicitly stated, but I mean,
they didn't ever say it wasn't. I was definitely graduated from high school when I learned that, yeah, those maps that you were looking at in school your whole life, that's not what the world looks like at all. They kind of fudged the numbers on how big America, specifically America, was.
But they didn't really fudge the numbers. They just fudged how it looked.
Yeah, they fudged the image, sure.
I don't even know if that's the case, really.
That's totally the case.
All right, you guys, we're not cartographers. We're not even cartography adjacent.
You don't need to be to know that they...
I am putting this debate on hold. I tire of this.
I don't. I want to know
Thank
why,
you.
Dad, that you are so firmly in the belief that the map...
Don't
that
do
I'm
it.
lying about this. Noah, you're here. How do you weigh in on this?
I don't
Weigh in.
give
Help,
even
Noah,
remotely a fuck.
Yes.
You fucking people are useless.
I'm reading about
Useless.
RBG. I do not give a shit about this conversation.
You fucking people, each and every last one of you, useless to me.
So we're just going to agree that we need to do more research, correct?
I
No.
guess.
Need
I
is
would
a
rather you
strong
just-
word.
Yeah.
I'd rather you just take my word for it, and
Could
we
just
all agree
stab
that
my
Yes,
eye
white
Spoken
out.
like
people
a
are
true
horrible
prophet
and-
of the church.
you're wrong and I'm right, and, you know.
I'm
Wrong
big and
maps.
you're little, or the other way around. I
Hey.
can't remember now.
So I got 2 pieces of personal news.
Yeah, we've got tons of personal
Jane
news.
Elliott, that's her fucking name. For fuck's sake, I had to text Taylor. Her name is Jane Elliott. You continue with your news. Now I'll do the research.
Okay.
Cool.
Piece of personal news number 1 was when I went on my Dairy Queen run earlier, the car in front of me was playing VeggieTales.
Nice.
It was the Moses episode, in case you were wondering. But they drove like assholes because they were ancient. I assumed they were getting ice cream for their grandkids. Anyway, that's not the point. The point was the VeggieTales thing. My second piece of news is that I got asked to join a church again today because I strike that image in people.
So I'm just saying, is it coincidence that that happened and you saw VeggieTales, which is clearly very religious? God might be reaching out to you in a special way.
Yeah, well, in this universe, I'm not Christian, so you'll have to try the next one.
I see. Well, that was a no from you then on the new religion?
Well, it was my neighbor, so I kind of just took the pamphlet and I was like, okay, thanks, bye.
How neighborly of you. You know, you might have invited them in for coffee to have a robust discussion about your spiritual
All right, okay,
beliefs.
I'll give you the whole story. Okay. So this guy knocks on my door and I go to answer. I'm like, "Hey, can I help you?" And he's like, "Are you missing a red chicken?" And I said, "Well, gee, I don't think so."
Aren't we all?
And he's like, "Well, it might not be red. It was kind of a reddish black." I'm like, "I don't think I'm missing either my red or my black chicken, but let me go do a head count." So I go do a head count and I have both my red and my black chicken, but I might be maybe missing a barred rock. I have 2 of them. I don't really know. Like, I don't think that they actually have ever existed in the same place. So I Googled a picture of a barred rock. I was like, did it look like this? And he's like, yes. I'm like, that is neither black nor red, but okay. Barred rocks, for those of you who don't know, are kind of like a salt and pepper shaker mixed together. They're black and white spotted.
I see, much like myself.
Yes, sure,
yeah.
sure, Papa Barred Rock.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
I like
so
that.
I follow this kindly gentleman who has got to be 103 years old down the street, and he's like, well, it was in my neighbor Rob's yard, and then it was across the street at this young fellow's house, and then so the point is that I'm tromping all over the neighborhood trying to find this mythical maybe chicken that I'm not even 100% sure is mine.
At this
Or even a
point,
chicken at this point.
Yeah, it might be a cat, because it's funny you say that, because a cat came out of the bush. She's like, oh, no, that's a cat. I'm like, do I need to check you into a home? Have you escaped recently? Anyway, the point is that we did find a chicken. It's probably mine, but I mean, I might have just kidnapped another neighborhood chicken.
I think the odds of that are pretty low.
Right.
I don't know, man. Apparently he was like, well, the neighbors 4 houses down also have chickens, but they say theirs are all white. So who's to say if there's not another coop missing a barred rock that I have adopted?
It's
Anyway,
fine. It's yours now. Fuck it.
it's mine now. So we threw it in and I'm like, okay, chickens, is that one of yours? And they all just kind of pecked at it. But, that's hard telling because they're all assholes. Chickens are fucking assholes.
Yeah, they're all just barely holding back the urge to consume each other.
Yeah. So I chased the chicken into neighbor Jim's garage and we closed the garage door. And so I had called Murphy prior to trapping the chicken in the garage. And I'm like, hey, can you come fucking help me wrangle this thing? And it's at this point that I'm waiting for her to come down the street that introductions are made. And his name's Jim and my name's Sarah. And, his daughter's name's Sarah. That'll be easy to remember. This is my wife, Charlotte. I'm like, oh, okay. And Murphy comes walking up and I stupidly introduced her as also Sarah. And he's like, oh, are you guys like, well, you can't be mother-daughter. Are you cousins? I'm like, that's my wife. And they're cue awkward silence. I'm like, can I just get into your garage now and grab this chicken, please? So I go through Jim and Charlotte's kitchen and into the garage, and then Murphy catches the chicken because she's the chicken wrangler. And we're standing there with the chicken in one hand, trying to figure out how to escape, waiting for him to open the garage door. And so he comes back with a pamphlet and circles his ad in this church magazine because he's a painter. And he's like, now, do you see that symbol on there? I was like, oh, fuck. Yes, Pastor Jim, I see the fucking Jesus fish. And he goes, do you know what that is? I'm like, that's the Jesus fish, Pastor Jim. And then he goes, do you have a church that you attend? And I said, nope. No, Jim, I do not. And he's like, well, you guys can come down anytime. And I said, that's very nice of you, Jim. Thank you very much. Can I please exit your garage now?
Oh, really?
You were very
And,
polite.
like, just kind of putting his arms out like, yeah, do you have a church that you go to?
Dude, you joke, but have you ever been approached by Christians? Because I swear to God, I get offered to.
I wish I would. I wish someone would try to save me.
Do you know how many times, like, okay, in college especially, I must have looked sad and desperate because I got invited to a church probably on a bi-weekly basis. One time I was at a function for one of my scholarships because I was given a scholarship by one of the wealthy people in Omaha. And so every year we would go out to his house and have a barbecue.
Right. Very proud of you for that. Peter Kiewit scholarship, I believe.
Walter Scott.
All right, whatever.
I attended the Peter Kiewit Institute. And I was given a Walter Scott scholarship.
Look, potato. I remembered something, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Good job.
All right.
The point is that the catering staff regularly said, hey, do you believe in Jesus? And I said, fuck. I mean, I don't know, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The who said that to
The
you?
catering staff.
The catering staff would ask you if you believe in Jesus.
If I needed Jesus, really, is what they were getting. Yeah, regularly, dude. I have this look about me.
That's insanely unprofessional.
Yeah.
To just be like, yeah.
I'd be at the snack
I
table.
wish someone would do that.
I would wander away from my 3 guy friends, right? Because I'm one of 2 women in this bash, right? And so I wander away to the snack table where I'm trying to stuff my fat little face. And of course, a caterer corners me, usually women, sometimes men, and be like, hey, do you need Jesus in your life? I'm like, fuck,
What?
man, I don't know, because you're like the 5th person who's asked me this week.
Is this like a religious organization?
No.
It's just some fucking caterers
Dude, this shit happens to me all the
Let
time.
me tell you what I would do. If I was getting some goddamn hors d'oeuvres on a little plate
Yes.
and one of those caterers came out to me, he's like, excuse me, sir, do you need Jesus in your life? I would turn to him and be like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And he'd be like, oh, well. I'm like, what's your name? He'd be like, John. And I'd be like, John, what are you doing? What are you fucking doing here? Just put the food where it's supposed to go. Don't you never in your life holler at anyone like this ever again.
You know what I should have told neighbor Jim is, I actually do have a church. It's the Church of Universal Energy. Are you interested? I have some literature.
Yeah,
in
we
fact,
need to
I'm
carry
kind
literature.
That's what
We
Murphy
do.
said. I'm
Tracts.
kind of a high priestess in this church.
Jesus Christ,
dude.
you missed an opportunity
Oh my
there.
God.
Yeah.
I know.
Why
You
have
should-
we not
you
made
need to start
tracks?
carrying brochures in your back pocket.
Well, first of all, I don't have pockets. And second of all, I was kind of trapped in this guy's garage. So
yeah, that's true. He might have been like blasphemer and then had to fucking burn you at the stake or something.
So I just have to admit here, church girl confession. I spend every Sunday morning and evening and Wednesday nights at church. And when I was trying to skip out of sermons, pretending to be sick or sleeping or whatever, I'd end up in the back where there's all these tracts, and I would just read all these tracts to pass the fucking time. And so now whenever I find one in a bathroom or a hotel or something, I read it and I'm all heartwarmed.
So I actually got mailed. I'm so glad
I
we're
was
talking
reading
about
that.
this. I got mailed this
Dude, the
Heaven's
fucking
directives.
picture on the back, dude. Oh my God. Like a
Yeah.
satanic ultrasound.
Heaven's Directives to Help Save Souls, an introduction to the apparitions of Our Lady of the Roses, Mary Help of Mothers. Mailed. Now that I'm thinking about it, I really do think God's trying to reach me.
He is in a
some
special
culty-ass
way.
shit.
Just the other day, God talked to you, but did you listen, Sarah?
Nope.
I tried to give him a list of my good deeds. He did not want it. I threw it in the street like he asked.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Super mysterious.
His
I
will be
think we'll-
What
All
on
the-
earth are you doing for heaven's sake?
What indeed?
You are not praying enough.
Me? Am I supposed to?
You. Yes,
Yeah.
I mean you.
You
My mother
specifically,
needs you.
And also, everybody else who listens to this, you're not praying enough, and God's very angry at you.
The
He's
world
mad at you.
The world is running to destruction for want of prayer.
Is that so? Is that the
Yes.
problem? Okay.
Oh, this one actually got mailed to Sarah Murphy.
Oh, you were reading that. You weren't actually. I couldn't tell if you were
Really?
proposing that.
How
You
could
know.
you-
By
not
prayer,
tell.
you can stem the tide of iniquity. You can conquer the enemies of Holy Church. You can change this pagan world into a Christian world. You can save thousands of souls. God is waiting for a prayer or a little sacrifice of yours to save souls from hell.
Conquer the enemies of the church. Can I read the inside of this and just kind of pick out a greatest hits here?
I
Are
like
they
sacrifice of you.
advocating
So
a
speaking
fucking
of
crusade?
curing the world of its pagan ways, I did manage to score your grandmother's crystal ball from Stella.
That is true.
Wow. Is it like solid crystal?
Yeah, it's blue, and the stand is 3 elephants, and their trunks are holding it up.
Oh, I've seen that.
And you can have it when your father passes.
Oh, that is so thoughtful. Thank you.
Unless you don't want it, in which case you're not stuck with it.
I
No,
appreciate
it's a spiritual heirloom passed on from, what's your church title, Dad?
my church title.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the prophet. Hi, folks. Pete Shinn here. You may know me as the fatherly voice on this podcast, or as the stern yet loving founder of the Church of Universal Energy and the Infinite Multiverse. And if, like me, you've founded your own religion, you know how difficult it can be to keep your followers in line and contributing. That's why I've also founded and invite you to join a union of fellow faith creators like ourselves, the Pecuniary Order of Legendary Yelling Prophets, or PALA. Running a religion is a lonely business. After all, it's just you and the voice in your head trying to build heaven right here on earth from the raw clay of people undeniably less perfect than you are. But with Polyp, you're no longer alone. In fact, you're part of the largest and only organization designed to support founders of religions. Keep in mind, it's only a crazy cult until you have enough followers to enjoy tax-exempt status. And that's a lot fewer than you think. So don't delay. Just email me at pete@polyp.religion.biz with your bank and credit card information, and my acolytes will rush you your membership application right away. I don't know what that has to do with that crystal ball, but I will say that my mother, as far as I know, never actually looked into it. I think it was strictly decorative.
Aw.
Are you sure that's not what she
You don't
used
know
to
that.
murder her?
Yeah, I'm not sure you know your mother then.
Wow. I think, yeah, you're probably right.
It could have been some kind of source, some kind of magical source. You know how a wizard, or like how Saruman had the fucking staff with the
Palantir.
the Palantir.
Do you think her grandmother was a wizard?
I fucking hope so. I've been trying to inherit them witchy vibes from my mom's side of the family. Maybe I need to tap into your side.
I'm just saying,
Right?
like, do you know that she wasn't?
Do I know that she wasn't a super big sorcerer?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I really don't know.
She was.
I mean, she did have 12 kids. That's pretty magical.
No, it was only 11. She had a whole separate life from me, man.
Well,
I think the Lady of Roses, Mary Help of Mothers, they have all these Bible verses, and one of them is a verse from September 7th, 1985.
yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
So, let me break this down to you because I read this in great detail.
It's like an
So,
oracle.
It
or
is.
something.
So what happened was there's some, I assume, Puerto Rican lady who had a vision in her teacup, and then Jesus talked to her through her rosary.
Yes.
And then so she became this oracle, and Jesus talked through her in the late 80s, early 90s, and this is what he said. And so you can contribute to their church. This is the newest testaments of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Something about Mary, Mother of God. I don't know. It's some Catholic scam culty thing.
I love it when the crazy people become revered.
Yes,
my
that's
favorite.
exactly what's happening here.
Well, that is what is happening here. In
Yeah,
fact,
man.
Oh my God. Can I read this to you?
Of course.
I just read a little excerpt here. So there's all these things, like one, there's carnage,
Carnage!
weather, ball of redemption. Jesus fucking Christ.
It's a bunch of crazy bullshit, but it's hilarious.
Okay, carnage. Here's the Bible verse. There will be carnage within your areas, and this will pass you by if you keep your crucifix upon your doors. Jesus, June 30, 1984. Okay, hold on.
Is it suggesting Jesus Christ himself said this in the 80s?
Yes, to this lady who interpreted it through her rosary/teacup. I'm telling you.
He said it on June 30th, 1984.
I see. This doesn't seem legitimate.
It seems Orwellian.
Look, the next one after carnage, well, then there's starvation, and then it's monetary crash. But this is what I wanted to read. This is the third paragraph. How can a great country like the United States fall, you say?
Yeah,
How can a great country
How?
like the United States fall, you say? My child, you ask me in your heart. I read your heart. I will tell you why. Because they have given themselves over to Satan, lowercase s. When a country has lost its morality and seeks the pleasures of the flesh, giving over
Capital
themselves
F.
over to all manner of abominations, like homosexuality, and condoning this up the highest courts of the land, then that country shall fall. Our Lady of Roses, November 1st, 1985.
Wow, Jesus
The
got
fags are ruining the
Yeah.
United States,
Yeah.
as
Oh,
is
it's
the
our
gay
fault.
agenda.
Jesus got real political there, didn't he?
Something about Sodom, Gomorrah, whatever.
I don't believe Jesus Christ actually said that. I really don't. I'm sorry that lady saw that shit in her teacup, but I just don't buy it. I'm sorry.
Well,
Do you know
here's
Jesus?
the thing: is that you can give her about $15 to $50, and she'll mail you some more literature.
Awesome.
They accept check.
I'm just going to say it again. We have got to get some literature together.
No
Yes,
doubt.
we do. We do. I just
Yeah.
want to know how much this Lady of Roses, Mary Help of Mothers. It's like it was translated from like English to something else and then back to English.
Yeah.
again. It's like barely makes sense.
It's so rambling.
So we got the headings. We got carnage, starvation, monetary crash, and then flesh. Okay.
Is there a question mark?
No, might as well be. After flesh is the stench.
Well, I love flesh when it's properly barbecued, but it can create a stench from time to time if you eat too much chili or something like that. So that sounds accurate, but this whole pamphlet is, quite frankly, really bizarre. Who would fall for it? And you know the answer to that is the same people who will fall for it if we produce pamphlets. What are we
I'm
waiting
telling
for?
you.
Yeah, how much money do they got?
Is
read
the
the
stench just like not wearing deodorant? Is that what's ruining America?
Here, okay, let me read you. It's a 4-paragraph thing.
Read
All
the
right.
stench.
Veronica. Oh my goodness. I see. Oh, it's a stench. The odor is so horrible. I see a huge pit and it's real burning. The walls are orange.
Oh my God.
Yeah, keep going. It's hard. It's hard.
And this is Jesus Christ said this,
The
allegedly?
walls are orange and burning hot. Oh, and I see these horrible creatures. Now I see bodies of humans falling. And then as they fall, they're starting to glow. They're glowing like an orange color, like coals, and they're screaming, help, mercy, mercy, too late. Oh my God. And I see they are going so fast. I don't know where they're falling from. They seem to be raining like almost from the sky into this pit. The heat is so great and the stench. I feel like I'm just burning. My child, you have viewed the poor souls lost forever into eternity. Our Lady, September 7th, 1974.
Oh, that's hell. They're in hell. Oh,
This
it's a sad
woman
place.
is not well.
I think that's fair. That's pretty grotesque, man.
Oh, here's the last thing for us guys.
Yeah.
Infiltrators.
Oh.
For such false apostles
Infiltrators.
are deceitful workmen transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ.
It's apostle. I'm sorry, I can't let you continue.
What did I say? Apostles?
Yeah, you said apostles. It's not apostles. I mean, I know.
That's how it's spelled right here.
All right, Father Shinn. I think it'll be all right. Is that how it's spelled? Let me see. Let me see.
APOSTLES.
Yeah,
It's spelled
that's
that
how
way.
it's spelled. Yeah, that's how it's
That's
spelled.
apostle.
What did I say?
You said-
Apostle.
Oh, the T is silent?
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, clearly I have failed my church education. What's my
Indeed.
rank
Duh.
again? False apostle? That's my rank here? Anyway, join sluts. Hello, fellow Shins and Shin listening personnel. We are here to introduce you to a fellowship of like-minded individuals who are not afraid to take action. Sarah's United Legion of Team Shins works for you, meeting your every need. Sluts are there for you day and night, around every corner and in every seedy motel room your foreman puts you up in, ready to bend over backwards for you. As a Sluts member, you'll be assigned your own personal, individualized management person, or pimp, to ensure you get the personal attention you and your brothers or sisters deserve. Your pimp is fully licensed and accredited through the Church of Universal Energy and the Infinite Multiverse, and will protect you not only from those often cruel A Shinn Show management personnel, but also from eternal damnation in every universe. Don't delay. Join Sluts today. We won't let you get fucked in the ass, unless you want to.
Infiltrators.
Oh, man. All right.
Sounds
Yeah.
like the worst acid.
So this
trip.
has been a trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you received this in your mailbox.
Yeah. It was mailed to me.
So
Yes.
let me get this straight. The Postal Service can't send us a mail-in ballot, but they can get you this horseshit? Is that right?
Well, they weren't
Look.
part of it.
Well, and also I do live in Nebraska. Come on now.
What does that mean?
It
means
means
I'm
she
a red
doxed
state.
herself.
Well, yeah, you're a red state, but this is not a red-blue thing, what you're reading to me right here.
Well, I'm also, hotbed of crazy fucking rednecks. What do you want?
Are you really? They're in Nebraska? I thought Nebraska was pretty cosmopolitan.
There's like a
Well, in the undisclosed location might be cosmopolitan, but the rest of the fucking state is not.
I
they're
see.
getting people with this thing. You know what I mean? This religious text, they got to get somebody with it.
Yeah, your fucking maintenance man from China Buffet.
Oh, he's got his own thing. That fucking man. I forgot about him. His brain's falling right out of his ears.
Well, and he probably belongs to the cult of our Mary Mother of Roses or whatever it was.
He's been bitten.
Yeah, by Mary.
Yeah, by something. He's infected. He's one of them now.
What are you going to do with that thing? Nothing?
Keep
I
it
leave
around.
it right here for Nick to dwell over.
Yeah, to pour over.
Wasn't this somehow related to the fact that you chased a chicken?
Yeah.
And
I chased a chicken into a Christian man's house and he cornered me with another religious magazine and said, "Hey, why don't you come to my church?"
That's
and I
right.
said,
Yeah.
Thanks.
And you get so many of these that you just have them mailed to you now from anonymous people and crazy people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a real problem, honey.
God's
I don't,
really trying to talk to her in a special way.
I don't think that's true. I just think...
Do you guys think I should become a nun?
Yes.
Yes. All right, look, this is clearly a case for the prophet of the Church of Universal Energy in the Infinite Multiverse, and that's me, Pater Familis. And so...
Hey, Pater Familis.
Yeah.
Oh, Pater Familis.
Yes.
I come to you in my time of need.
Oh, well, I'm glad you came, my child, because just as I married you and Sarah, I now can banish this particular demon right away and welcome you into basically a whole lifetime of service as the prophet's daughter, which makes sense because you are the prophet's daughter.
That's great. I love that. I love that title, The Prophet's Daughter. Do I get just as many women as the prophet's daughter as I do as an atheist?
Sure, I think that's fine.
Excellent.
I don't see any problem with that.
I mean, there's plenty of lesbians in the Christian nunneries is kind of what I'm weighing here.
They're the infiltrators.
You know?
well,
As they warn you about in this literature here.
well, but you're coming to my church, so I don't feel infiltrated because I'm inviting you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll accept your offer above all others.
But I appreciate your negotiation because that really is what the union episode is all about. And I know we kind of got off track in a whole variety of different ways, but this is the union episode. And so we've heard a couple of spots. We've heard Noah's spot at the beginning. We've just heard from Sluts. And so there's going to be a huge non-prize for whoever wins this contest, if that's what it is. It is a contest, isn't it?
Whoever wins the contest gets to design the first page of the literature.
Oh,
Yeah.
Great.
I'm
So
upping
you
the
get
ante.
more work. Congratulations.
Yeah, doing our work for us. That's
What the union leaders do, right?
Grand prize.
yeah. Now, you might ask, how do you vote? Well, here's how you vote. All you got to do is email ashinnshow@gmail.com. A Shinn Show is all one word. Just email us and say whatever union you like, be it NASA, Sluts, whatever else we come up with. There, I did it. I said what they should do.
You did it. You did it. Good job, Pater Familius.
You're welcome, and thanks, and welcome back to the team.
I did not say thank you.
No? Did I say
I said
thanks?
good job.
I feel
He
like...
said thanks.
No, he said you're welcome.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Fuck,
I
even
don't know. I guess I'm not really listening.
I think you are. No, you said good job, so I said you're welcome for doing the good job.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah.
He could have done a shitty job.
That's not right.
Well,
well, no, I guess you could from a. Look, let's not get into the fucking semantics, all right? Now, this is a boring conversation. What were you saying?
what was I saying? I was
Something
just
about Sesame Street, or
no. I was simply saying that people should vote on these unions and email which union they would vote for at ashinnshow@gmail.com.
not what they would vote for. The one they would join because it's obviously the superior union.
Or
The one with
inferior.
the best benefits and
Tell us which union you want to join.
Who, me?
No, the listeners.
Oh, yeah, the listeners. Yeah, exactly.
Email ashinnshow@gmail.com to tell us which union you will join, and whichever union has the most members will think that they won.
when you send that email, ashinnshow@gmail.com is going to send you a counter email with some documents that we're going to want you to sign. You know,
Don't worry about them.
just know you're really all in on this union thing. Okay. So, and that's in
Hey.
a very real and legally binding way.
There will be dues and
Tithes,
and the small amount
inspections.
of all your fucking money.
infiltrations,
Oh.
sabotages.
Yeah, and the
Your own
stench. Obviously, the stench.
Yeah, and the
Yes.
stench and flesh.
I hope there's flesh. That's
and
the whole reason I
monetary
joined.
crash.
Well, you know, Dad, either way, you can't fucking join a union anyway because you're management.
Me?
No, he's not. That's the point.
That is the point. I'm not management at all.
How are you not management?
What do you mean, how am I not management?
Don't promote him. Don't give him more power. The whole point of this was that
Don't make
we're
him self-aware.
we're disbanding. I think, and forming independent unions so that we can represent ourselves and not have managers get us down, man.
We will, instead of being one entity, we will disband, form our own
Right.
unions, and rejoin again as a conglomerate of separate entities,
with no clear management structure.
totaling one entity in of itself. But
Known
with
as
one-
the conglomerate of union members, or CUM.
No,
This is more confusing
Nice.
than an actual
Calm
fucking
down.
union meeting.
right, but hopefully less funny. So I think we have that covered as well. No, so yeah, you got to figure out. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're going to split up into our own separate unions and then rejoin into one fantastic, fantastic, marvelous organization. You've described it exactly, Nick.
Hey, so did you guys have personal news this week?
Yeah, we had all kinds of personal news, man. I mean, obviously, the fact that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, and I found that out 15 minutes before we're taping the show. It's like,
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking, again, devastated by that.
Yeah.
Well, here's my point. This is really inconvenient timing. And I'm not saying I blame her, obviously, but it could be a lot more convenient for me.
Yeah, like 4 months from now.
That's what I'm saying, Holmes.
Chill with that goddamn weapon you're making. Sarah's got this fucking little bolt. You guys can't see this, but she's got a bolt in a rubber band that she keeps like threatening, like stretching like she's going to shoot it at me. She doesn't even realize she's doing it. It's like pointing a loaded fucking gun at me.
Oh, I realize what I'm doing. It's slow psychological terror.
Man.
Okay, sorry to derail the conversation there.
No, it's not.
Pointed right at his nuts, so, he has right to be weird.
Got nervous.
Yeah, well, at least it wasn't pointed at your eyeball. I mean, she doesn't hate you.
No matter where it would strike my body, it would bring me immense pain.
Oh, the delight that's on your face at threatening your brother's well-being is just a joy. That's the kind of memory I miss from you when you were just a little girl, Sarah. Just you tormenting your little brother,
My bloodthirsty behavior.
You were a cruel older sister at times, but that's why, Nick, you need a union, man. You got to unionize against this kind of oppressive behavior.
I mean, the damage is already done.
Here at Sluts, we'll only hit you if you ask us to.
That's true. I think that's in the spot. I believe that's the case.
Oh
yeah. So our personal news. Sorry about that, man. So yeah, that derailed me. This inconvenient, RBG passing, and again, I don't want to cast blame on her, but man, couldn't she have just hung on? All right, so she didn't. So that's that. But then we also went camping, and that was fun. And we
It didn't sound fun.
What do you
That
mean?
sounded like forced fun.
What do you mean?
Like that was fun.
It really, my expression was that it sounded forced and painful. It was a great time. It was really a super time. The weather was absolutely perfect. Elsie handled all the tent setup. We brought a chainsaw. We cut down a bunch of logs. We had roaring bonfires for 2.5 days. Elsie cooked amazing camp food by the bushel. We ate, we walked, we sat. It was a great time. Now, Elsie did run over the lawn chairs that we had brought. And 2 of them were then kind of destroyed. But other than that really wasn't her fault.
But you also heard the part where I set up the tents and I made the fires and I
Right.
cooked the food, right? Cut me some fucking slack here.
Yeah, I mean, everything was perfect because she made it perfect, but she did run over the lawn chairs. But
But other
Like you
than
haven't
that,
run over a big wheel or 2 in your time.
and so much more. So much more. I don't think, has anybody else on the pod actually ever driven a car through barbed wire?
Through barbed wire?
Yeah, through
No.
barbed wire.
No.
Over barbed wire, but not through.
Yeah, not through?
Nah.
Okay. Don't do that. Noah, how about you? You haven't weighed in. Have you ever driven a car through barbed wire?
Not barbed wire, but I think you were there in the car when I backed into a trash can once.
Okay, well, that's not the same, but was I there? Doesn't seem like
Yeah,
it was
you were in the car with me and I hit a trash can. You're like, just fucking go, man.
Really? Like, well, how badly was this? It wasn't our trash can?
No, this was just some random person in Panama City.
You ran into a random person or a random person's trash can?
Random person's trash can.
Okay.
It's fine. It's much better than what I've done later on.
I don't remember encouraging you to, destroy someone's trash
Drive,
can. and
drive,
out.
drive!
Yeah, no, that's exactly what he did. He was like, go, just go, just get out of here.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like me. I mean,
So here's a story time for you. The first time I ever drove a car, I was driving in Nebraska City, and I was in this Honda that I didn't know how to fucking drive, and I turned the corner, and I kept turning, and I turned into a parked car, and then I think it was my mom that was with me, was like, okay, drive away.
Oh, shit.
So, and then later, somebody else had the car out, and a cop stopped him and was like, hey, were you in an accident earlier? And I think it was Aunt Sophie was like, nope, bye.
I see. So you were driving when that happened?
Yeah, I was like 15.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Was this before you had your license?
Of course it was.
Oh my God. You're a criminal.
Yes, we'll say that that's why I'm a criminal.
Exactly. Not sins against God or anything.
All right.
Well, that's some, I don't know, hashtag separation church of state or something. I don't know.
All right. Well, all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of the prophet. And so, in another universe...
Did you just... Okay, whatever.
In another multiverse, none of that happened.
Thanks. I think that
Did I
makes me
just
feel
hear-
better.
Did I just hear a man's voice upstairs?
Ooh. Well,
I'm
that
pretty
would
sure
be
that was
weird.
Murphy's.
That'd be weird if during the pod you guys had a home invasion.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah, that would be very.
That'd be typical, frankly.
I know these fucking dogs would be no help.
You'd have that guy walking in your house.
Man, it'd be super interesting. If there was a stranger in your house that was wanting to
Hey, welcome to the pod. Would you like to guest star? Can I get your name and your phone number and your address, please?
Right, just
Okay, now just sit tight. I'm going to go make a phone call.
hang on. We're going to work on our levels. Keep talking. It's so difficult to get levels. All right,
Over
so
the screams. Over the sounds of duct tape being applied to wrists and ankles.
yeah. So tell me this: do you still hear a dude up there, or was that just an hallucination?
No.
No, it was a combination of Murphy and Moose.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad it wasn't a home invasion. That makes me feel a lot better, kids.
Good. I'm glad that our safety is important to you.
Your safety's a high priority to me. As
So
it is-
camping with...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. I mean, look, we made it to adulthood. I'll believe you to a certain extent.
Yeah, so anyway, you all were worried that I was going to die camping. I didn't die camping at all, thanks to Elsie. That is
Thanks
true.
to the monkey leash that you had on at all times.
Yeah, we all knew this was how it was going to go.
And it is how it went. That's exactly how it went.
I went camping too this
Did you?
week.
Yeah.
On Tuesday. Yeah.
And
Was it Tuesday that I
Yeah.
had you?
It didn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We went fishing. We just pretty much what you described. Had a fire, cooked a shitload of food. Bunch of really good food like pineapple burgers and fucking these big ass prawns. So
Ooh.
delish.
Oh yeah, man. So here's what Elsie made over the campfire. And again, I was just kidding about the chairs. We really
I
didn't.
did run him over, though.
Yeah. No, I mean this food that Elsie made, she made a lot of food. That's for sure. Like one morning it was sausages and eggs and some kind of hash.
Potatoes.
Yeah, it was potatoes. I guess. Yeah, that's a hash, isn't it? All right. so
Yeah.
that was super delicious. That was the last morning there, as I recall. And then in the evening, you made like some kind of. I have a memory of like cookies, campfire. There's some beans, maybe, and what did we eat? I can't remember. What'd you make?
It's really not important. Just vegetables and
A
meat
bunch
and
of
that sort of
nom-noms?
thing. But here's the
yeah.
part that's really amazing.
It was skewers of meat. That's what it was.
It was the s'mores in an ice cream cone
Oh
that
yeah.
really were the star of the show.
Oh man, I'd forgotten about those. But yes, she made s'mores and an ice cream. Look, the point is that she made delicious food, just scrumptious food. That's what stuck with me, not the exact obvious combination of things that you actually made.
Hell yeah, man. That's important. When we went camping, I did buy this new tent that like I took it out of the box and lifted it and it like assembled itself. That was pretty fucking dope.
Awesome.
Wow, that seems like some space age technology shit.
Yeah, and then get this. I deassembled it according to the instructions and it fit back in the bag, which I swear to God is the first time that has ever happened to me.
Really, man. That, like I said, this is some space age shit. That you couldn't have that in the 70s.
Nope. But I also did not have s'mores and an ice cream cone. So who's the real winner?
I am. So then we went from there and we went to see our beloved Aunt Stella. My gosh, it was great to see her. And we spent some time with her. And then
Noah came down.
Noah did come down. Noah,
Damn straight.
how did you find that visit?
It was fun. It was a good time.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, the walls started melting, but that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the worst that happened, then
My,
Yeah, no, it was a chill trip.
You're looking better though. You really are. You're looking hale, hearty. You
I'm
you have
not.
oh, I know, but you have.
I've gained quite a bit of weight, actually.
But your hair's never been more lustrous.
You can't even see my hair right now, but it is true.
It is true. I've seen it before. It's not like I need to see it right this instant to confirm its lustrousness. I know how lustrous it is.
Yeah, at least I'm not going bald, you know? On top of everything else, at least I still have
I
my
legitimately
beautiful
think
locks.
I'm going to go bald before you, which is bullshit
Why? What makes you think that?
because my hair is thinning.
Fucking color it too much.
No.
I don't
But
know.
nice
That's
try.
just the only thing I could think of.
Oh, your hair's thinning? I'm sorry for that, because I think that would come from me, wouldn't it?
No, your hair genetics come from your mother's side, I heard.
Actually, it has nothing to do with genetics. It had to do with my weight loss, but it's fine.
It's fine.
It
Well,
got better.
Yeah,
better.
It's amazing. It is interesting. There are a few good things about being heavier set. I think I did have better hair when I was heavier.
Probably. It's stress on your system, and the first thing that goes is your goddamn hair.
All the grease from a double quarter pounder with cheese
Goes straight to your follicles.
goes straight to your follicles and strengthens the keratin.
It really massages the strands
Gives you that
so
nice
shine.
Yeah, they call it the Mickey D's sheen. You can tell how many fucking double quarter pounders with cheese someone eats on a weekly basis based on the sheen they have.
Elsie,
And the volume.
Elsie, would you confirm that? Would you say that I should go ahead and start eating quarter pounders with cheese for every meal?
Look, I just DoorDashed that shit. It should be arriving any minute.
Okay.
I'm really... I want this
We're ready
hair.
to start.
Yeah, you're right. This hair, that's what it's all about. It's not about my personal taste or what is good for me. It's about the hair. It really is. It always has been. It always will be.
Yeah, but your personal taste accommodates a double quarter pounder with cheese. You like that.
It accommodates multiple quarter pounders with
Yeah.
you. Like, what do you mean
Don't act like
one?
this is some sort of hardship.
And the nuggets
Right.
and 2 McDoubles and 2 McChickens so you can make 2
And a
McChurglers.
diet Coke.
Diet.
There's the McChurgler, which is just a McDouble and a McChicken combined. That's the McChurgler. But then there's the Super Saiyan McChurgler, where you take a double quarter pounder with cheese and the crispy chicken sandwich and combine them into one thing.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to go get me one of those right now.
That's the Super Saiyan McChurgler.
Oh, I pulled a muscle laughing at that. I can't believe that anyone would eat that. But I suppose that there are people who do.
Sounds good.
And then you put fries.
All you got to do is get real high first.
I mean, yeah, that
you want
helps.
to get a
That
real
helps a
good
lot.
hunger.
Well, I guess it doesn't hurt, but oh
Dude,
my
one of
gosh.
the only times I was high, okay, I cried because we would not go get a pepperoni pizza from Pizza Hut so I could put my Runza chicken strips on top of it.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I
remember
cried
that.
because of that.
I
was
see.
there for that.
Mm-hmm. I imagine you were, son. Well, I'm glad that I'm sad that you didn't get what you wanted. I mean, that seems like a reasonable request.
We didn't have time.
I understand. Time runs short for us all. Well, anyway,
And we already had an obscene amount of Runza anyway. We just had
We
so
did. We
much
had a
fucking
lot.
Runza. We were just
And
sitting in a
Cold
parking
Stone.
lot. Yeah, and Cold Stone. Just sitting in a parking lot chowing.
well,
I was like, we need pepperoni pizza. I'm like, no, we don't. Look around. Look at we are in a wasteland of food right now, and it's delicious.
Well, that's an interesting tale. I love to eat. I guess it's not surprising to me that you two do as well. You're hearty eaters.
Yeah, food is awesome. It's one of the few things that you can treat yourself to if you don't have a lot of money. Is food.
That's true. That's a great
There-
point.
Yeah.
Well, there's intent behind that, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do. That's how they keep. It's almost
Dumb
like,
and happy, fat, dumb and happy,
Yeah,
and poor.
and poor.
Anyway, this has been great. Noah, what did you do this week?
Well, I just went to work pretty much, and then today was a
Yeah,
fun
you're
day.
employed.
Men at
Yeah,
work.
woohoo!
Today, what now?
Today was a fun day.
Today was a fun day. My psychiatrist was like, "Hey, you need to take a bunch more drugs," and I was like, "Cool."
Well, son, I can't advise you or recommend you to do anything against doctor's orders, and I don't. But you're also a grown-ass man making your own decisions. What are you going to do?
No, I would definitely not. I can't do anything like I can't even drink coffee anymore. Like my
Jesus.
my heart's just. I get these chest pains all the time anyway, and also my anxiety is just not good. It's
I
not
understand.
great. I can't take any like stimulants.
It's good that you recognize that, though.
I just know it would not be cool. I would have like some kind of breakdown or something,
Yeah.
Or maybe not, or I would just huddle in the fetal position in my fucking room for 6 hours until it went away.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
Going for a run
Right.
helps.
It always is.
Well, yeah. So, what I say as your father, drugs aren't cool, kids. You stay
No.
off those, okay?
They're cool for a little bit. They're cool for a while, and then you do them, and then you're like, okay, no, and now I'm good. Sometimes you do that. Some people don't do that.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, I hope that at a certain point, all of you decide that, I don't know what to do. I mean, it seems weird for me to moralize on this subject. You all are adults. You do what you want.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Just
I'm
be
not
smart
doing.
about it.
I just smoke big weed, and I don't even smoke weed anymore, really, because
Sure.
I don't breathe good. I really don't do anything anymore. I just sit there and stew.
Yeah.
Just sit there and be sober. Sometimes I'll take a little fucking dab, but it's like
Well, you know what? And it's really been good for your mental health to just sit and stew.
Sit and stew. Yeah, I know.
It's
I know.
so good.
I mean,
Are you ready? Are you ready to start your own Alex Jones like channel?
Big changes. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
I
Great.
imagine he doesn't do much other than sit and stew.
I feel like he, maybe not now, but I feel like Alex Jones digged into the cocaine a little bit.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
probably.
mean?
Oh, for sure,
I bet
dude.
Alex Jones likes his yay.
Likes his yay. Is that what they call cocaine? Yay? I've heard that.
They call it a lot of things, but that's one of them, yeah.
Hmm.
My friend Dave calls it bocaine.
Bocaine?
But is that just because he's a dumbass?
Yeah, well, he just remixes words, but it's real funny. Bocaine.
Okay. Whatever.
Is his dealer also Bo?
No, he doesn't. He also doesn't do bocaine. We just, it's just funny to say.
It's just Dave.
Me and Dave, like, we,
Have a really weird dynamic.
well, no, we just do this thing where we, like, say these hypothetical situations with, and it just escalates and
Yeah, I
involves
understand.
Joe Biden, like, trapping a family and, cornering them in a pit or something. You know what I mean?
No.
Revealing himself to be some kind of monster.
Yeah. No, I don't know exactly what
Wouldn't
you mean,
that be funny? It's like a little, it's like a Chuck E. Cheese party, and then Joe Biden pops in, and everyone's like, yeah, and then all the lights go off, and he just gets down on all fours, butt on the ceiling, and his eyes are glowing and shit, and he's just like leaping impossible distances at frightening speeds.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a subject of maybe a campaign ad.
Yeah, I'd feel
Yeah.
better with him as president doing that.
Yeah, I
right?
agree.
If he had like some kind of preternatural strength.
Right. Or some other superpower, perhaps.
With which to impose his will.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And like, if he eats your family, he eats your family. You know what I mean? Sometimes he gets hungry.
Yeah, is this a TV show or is this just what's going on inside your head?
It could be a TV show, I guess.
I mean,
That's just like an example, a little mini universe.
right. Where Joe Biden is a predator on a ceiling on all fours with glowing eyes chasing
Yeah,
after.
just some kind of eldritch creature that,
right.
feeds on not only the flesh, but the fear of human beings.
Right.
I'll still vote for him over Trump.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Definitely.
Let's say the creature you're describing sounds like Trump.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, I've said this before, but, just cast your vote for Pepsi or Coca-Cola. None of this matters.
All right.
Doesn't matter, because you know what? We're facing complete societal collapse due to global warming by 2030. So, you know what?
So join sluts.
So join filth.
I'm really impressed with your commitment to your craft, Sarah.
So join Polyp.
Nah.
Nah, filth.
Oh, NASA.
Filth. Hey there, folks. If you're listening to this, it means you're interested in joining one of the many unions that are available to you as a podcast listener. If that's the case, and it is, then the union for you is none other than the Federation of Itinerant Laborers and Transient Hobos. We at Filth are the working man, the laboring woman, the clinically insane street dweller, and the just-for-fun homeless. Whatever. I don't know. We just wanted the acronym to be Filth, okay? Join my fucking union. Just join mine. There are absolutely zero benefits, but there's also no drawbacks, so just do mine so I can win the thing. You might be thinking, is this a competition? Are there points or something? What is this? If you're not sure, then join my goddamn union so I can rub it in everyone's faces that mine is the best. Thank you and good morning, everyone.
We need your funding.
Who's funding?
NASA, we need your funding.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's funding.
That's true. You do.
Any funding.
Yeah, give us all your fucking money. Good point. Forgotten about all that.
NASA,
You know what? Here's the thing, though. When it comes to unions, there's really one that kind of, in some ways, believes that they trump us all.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then that's Elsie's Elite Executives.
Are you a glory hound? Do you like to show up for meetings at the last minute and then leave early? How does performing a minimal level of effort while obtaining a maximum level of benefit strike you? If you said a strong, oh hell yeah, to any of the above, or at a minimum the concepts didn't fill you with shame or self-loathing, then Elsie's Elite Executives might just be the A Shinn Show Syndicate Union for you. You've heard from NASA, Polyp, Sluts, and Filth, but I'm here to talk to you about an entirely different type of organization. While those other unions pride themselves on being equal and fair for the greater good of all, Elsie's Elite Executives know that no multimedia corporation can thrive on the grunt work of union brothers and sisters alone. Someone's gotta show up when they want, do what they want, and leave early when they want. But most importantly, take all the fucking money. With all that said, it should be obvious by now that we here at Elsie's Elite Executives have no interest in courting you like a love-struck fool, forcing your fealty in some demeaning fashion, or tricking you into thinking we care about your value. In fact, we don't want you to join at all. Don't let their campaign antics distract you. Just pick one. Anyone. They're all basically the same bullshit in a different package. The sooner you join one, the sooner E can take our cut from your union dues. Look, there's really only room for one executive, and that's been taken. So join NASA, polyp, sluts, or filth. I don't give a fuck. Just give me all your fucking money.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I introduced it.
You kind of unionized for the opposing union, and I think your union rep would like a word.
No, not at all. No, that's not the case. I mean, I just did a little segue. It's not like I got paid for that. And I don't believe in it anyway. I'm not buying this LC's. I'm not buying E's bullshit. No way, man.
You don't have to. You don't have to know that it's going on for it to be the case.
That's true. I mean, someone does have to show up. You know what? We still forgot some personal news, which is that after we visited beloved Aunt Stella, we went on up to St. Augustine, had a high time up there, got our kid a driver's license, which is very important, and then we came home.
And registered to vote in a state where it matters.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's true. He's now a Florida resident, much like yourself, Noah.
And we made sure that Noah got his ability to vote squared away as well. 2 votes in Florida
Super
for
cool.
the Shinn clan.
That's right. That's right. 2 votes in Florida for Pete Shinn, prophet of the whatever Church of Universal Energy and the Infinite Multiverse. Yes, of course, but also the head motherfucker in charge of Polyp. And I can't remember what it stands for, but it's really, that's a thing that I want you to join.
Yeah, I'm ready to throw away my vote for you.
All right, good. Thank you. All right. Oh, actually, it's a paternalistic order of, yelling Lloyd. Ah, shit.
Yeah,
Don't
yelling
even
at
know the
things
name
like
of your
that.
own fucking union.
Logistics.
Whatever.
That's because you don't believe in your product. You know what I mean? That's not how a winner knows his brand, okay?
This
is why you need to join Filth. Listen, all the greatest people that you love and admire have been affiliated in some way with Filth. And I promise you that. Filth stands a cut above all the rest, okay? Do you want to be one of these other unions where you sit around with your thumbs up your asses not winning? We go door to door selling our brand, selling our union, and we will not leave until we get that signature. You understand?
You think filth sells? I think sluts sells.
I see.
We're working those corners.
Yeah.
See, here at NASA,
making those cold calls.
Here at NASA, we know the true union way, which is just sitting around, doing drugs, talking about doing drugs, and then also talking about traveling.
Okay. Wow.
And never, ever doing real union business.
That is funny because you are the only actual union member in the whole family that's here. Now, Guy, I talked to him right before the show, kind of also threw my chi off a little bit, but he authorized me to tell the story. He is, in fact, a union goon or stoonerd. And so he filed a grievance on behalf of an employee that, as he said, should probably have been fired. But because he's the union rep, he's going to file that grievance and then he probably won't be fired. So he did his union bit this week. He got himself all thugged up. And he did that in honor of this show, the union episode.
Thanks, Guy, for doing your duty.
Yeah, that's the system. The system working in its intended purpose.
For using that extra slick lube or whatever and just really getting yourself ready mentally for that employee.
Spiritually, financially, physically.
Psychosexually. All those ways.
Give it to the man real hard.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, heavens. Well, so that's all our personal news at long last. You've got it all. Well, except not all, because tonight we powered washed the driveway and we set up an extension ladder. I nearly fell off the extension ladder.
Do not break your goddamn pelvis again, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. When did this happen?
None of your business.
Sure. It's none of my business. I'm the one who will take you to the emergency room, but it's none of my goddamn business.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm exaggerating. I wasn't ever close to falling, but you got to be careful on those extension ladders, especially when you are operating a pressure washer. Those things have a recoil, You got to be cautious. That's all. Safety is no accident. That's my favorite saying.
No shit. During my apprenticeship, we had literally a whole unit on ladders.
I understand. They're very important devices, but they can be abused.
Did you not make sure that you had the correct ladder ratio? Was your extension ladder not 3 feet above the surface that you had put it upon?
What do you mean 3? Are you saying that I
Away
should have?
from?
Are you saying I should have?
No, you have
levitated?
to the extension of the ladder. Like, so if you set it on like a roof or something, it's supposed to go like 3 feet up, like
Above
3 feet
the
up
surface
past the
that
roof.
you want.
Oh, 3-piece. Oh, I see what you're saying. So it should be 3 feet. The legs of the ladder should be 3 feet from the base of the wall. Correct?
No, not at fucking all. I'm saying
The
past
top of the
the
ladder
roof. The
should
top
be
of the ladder should be 3 feet up. Yeah, Sarah gets
Yeah.
it.
The top of the ladder should be 3 feet above the height.
higher than the roof. Yes.
But I think that's only if you're actually getting on the roof.
Yeah, we weren't.
No, that's so you don't
That's-
the ladder doesn't slip and you don't fucking fall to your death and break your
Yeah.
feet or something.
But see, this extension ladder had like a cross beam for that purpose.
It had a support.
That's not regulation. They lied to you. They played.
That doesn't sound like an extension ladder. That sounds like just a normal A-frame ladder.
No, it's not an A-frame ladder. You have this thing that it's like looks like a bow. You put on the front of it with a couple of clamps, and then the top of the ladder, it has little feet.
Did you
that
get
leans
this
against
from
the house.
like a hobo in the alley? named-
No,
Mommy?
it's high-end Werner ladder.
No, it's a quality ladder. It's a 20-foot extension ladder.
Sounds like a bunch of horse shit. I don't believe it.
You clearly don't. I don't understand why this is not a believable thing. Anyway, the point is that I power washed the side of the house and the driveway preparatory to slapping down a coat of sealant. We're getting a whole bunch of chores done. I hate chores.
Good.
I hate
Yeah,
them.
me too.
I hate
I
chores.
too. I did some choring this week and power washed the back fence and not the fence. That's what I need to do is the fence, the back porch and some furniture. But that's really boring. How homeowner shit. So I wasn't gonna lump it into my chicken stories. But
The
I
chicken
could do
story
that.
was a good one. Now, the first thing you said, that didn't devolve into such a long story. But the chicken story, man, that was out of this world. I had to drag that out of you, too. I don't understand why.
I don't know, man. This is fucking chickens and Christian neighbors. Hashtag Nebraska.
Yeah, well.
That's a good motto for Nebraska right there.
Well, actually, no, what is the official Nebraska motto at the moment? It used to be the good life. But-
Yeah. Now it's not for everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's not for everybody. We've been over that before. It's true. All right, so what do you got going on this week?
I got some Halloween decorations to make.
Okay.
Maybe. Oh, I'm getting my hair done on Monday.
Your poor thinning hair that's almost no longer here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I go about once or twice a year. I let my hair grow out until once or twice a year. I want to shave it bald, and I'm
Right.
getting to the point where I want to shave it. So then that's how I know that it's time for a haircut.
I see. All right, well, enjoy that. Enjoy your haircut. I think it'll look lovely. Your stylist always
Thanks.
excels. You have a great personal sense of style that's just flat out pretty.
Oh, thank you.
No, you're welcome. Nick, are you going to do anything to your lustrous hair this week?
No, I might, slick it back with feces or something just to.
Yeah.
Spice things up.
just to
Taylor
spice
likes
things
that.
up.
Yeah, for old time's sake.
Run
No,
into
no,
a
no.
Walgreens.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Is it your own feces or is it your cat's feces?
No, it's a cat's feces doesn't have the fluidity that I need. I need it
Okay.
to just run through my hair. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
a
so-
little
so-
diarrhea, maybe a little slush, a little sludge.
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna eat accordingly prior to this.
Well, I mean, I don't need to. It all comes out looking like that all the time. I pretty much exclusively either have. Well, how do I put this?
I know.
Oh.
Not
You
at
don't.
all.
You
No.
Please,
How
good
do I
God, no.
articulate this? I either have.
You really don't have to.
Just stop.
No, he
destroying
does.
logs of insane,
Girth?
hardness, girth, but also hardness like a diamond. Hardness, or it's just a torrential like power washer coming straight out of my ass. Chocolate pudding or just straight water.
Okay, so which of those do you prefer, the diamond, the pudding, or the water? I'm confused.
Well, obviously, Dad,
Pudding.
you can't slick diamond hard logs through your hair. That makes no sense.
I guess
Okay.
not. Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Running diarrhea through your hair, that does make sense.
Although I will say that I have bars of shampoo and bars of conditioner, like soap bars. But so the conditioner, you really have to like work it into your hair. So you could probably conceivably work a shit log into your hair.
Yeah, you probably could.
Why?
You could if you wanted it bad enough.
Why are you giving yourself hair care routine plus obstacles? Like, why? This sounds very complicated and difficult and awful.
Look, I didn't make the rules.
Well, it's lush and they smell delicious and
It's lush. I get it now. Okay.
Yeah. All right, poop hair for you. Got it. No, what are you doing this week?
I don't know how to follow up poop hair. I should also get a haircut so I can wear my good welding caps like a union thug. I don't know, just working, man. Union way.
I understand. Well, enjoy that, and thanks for being a good union brother.
Oh, gotta be.
Yeah, did you bump any tickets while you were up here? I forgot to ask you that.
Nah, you don't bump tickets with dudes from your local. You don't have to.
No, I
And
mean,
if you're going to a union meeting, you legitimately need to have an up-to-date ticket, so it's kind of pointless.
no, I was saying though that while you were up here, the last time you were here, I don't know if you'd bumped any tickets with anybody.
Oh yeah, for sure, because you definitely have a good IBEW ticket.
I do? No, I'm saying no.
Who the fuck would I bump tickets with, man?
I don't know.
We're
Patty's
quarantining.
dad.
Oh,
Hey, what the fuck does that mean?
what does what mean?
It's where you take out your union dues receipt and the other dude takes it out and you show each other and you're like, yeah, we're good union brothers.
I got
Is there
you.
any benefit to it, or is it
Or is it just weird?
is it
No,
like
it's just a
double
weird
dropping a
thing.
check, or what's the dealio?
It sounds a little homoerotic. I'm not gonna lie.
Back in his face, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so Sarah and Nick have this dog. Really, it's Sarah and Sarah have this dog named Moose. And Moose has been around for 9-10 years, right?
13.
13 years.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, and the old guy can hardly breathe anymore. It's a real shame. He's a great dog, and we'll be sorry to see him go when he does go.
I feel like you're saying that because you think the dog in frame is Moose. Is that true?
Yeah, is that...
It's Ermac.
No, this is Ermac.
Yeah, well,
This is not Moose.
I've
This
never
is the
met
big...
these dogs, and I knew it was Ermac.
well, Ermac, I am wearing my glasses. I don't know, it looked like Moose, okay?
It's the orange collar. I get it.
Yeah,
They all look the same to you.
they
Just
do.
blame it all on delusion.
All right, well, look, so here's the point, though. That doesn't make it any less true, anything I said about Moose.
No, you're right.
It was just not,
I just had to go ahead and call you out for just make sure we're all on the same page that you fucked up.
Yeah, I did fuck up, that's true.
But we appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah, well, do you think Ermac's going to live? I mean, now that I've kind of laid this curse on him?
I think
Well,
it'll be fine.
I mean, he will die eventually. He's 3. He's 3, so he has maybe 4 years left.
Okay, yeah. He's a Great Dane, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I got that right. I know what you're thinking. How could you possibly mistake a Great Dane for a pointer?
Hey, points for that, huh?
Yeah, but it was the angle of the camera, you see. He wasn't really
Yeah.
exposed. It was just a snout. I could really only
This-
see a snout.
This sounds like excuses to me.
It
That's
is.
what it sounds like.
It's total excuses. I just
Wait,
wasn't
Sarah,
paying
did you say
attention.
your dog is only going to live 7 years?
yeah.
Great Danes usually do, yeah.
yeah.
Really? Holy shit.
Yeah, they're called the heartbreak dogs.
It's because they're so big.
Yeah.
Oh.
The bigger the dog, the shorter the lifespan, as a general rule for the breeds.
And this motherfucker is a big fuck.
Yeah, he's pretty big.
Isn't Marmaduke a Great Dane?
Yes.
Yes.
He seems jolly and fun. Is Ermac jolly and fun?
He's a dope.
Yeah, he's dopey.
All right, well.
Like Scooby-Doo.
He's very scared of anything. You never know what he's going to be scared of.
And then what does he do when he's scared? Does he, rip someone's face off?
He's not a chimpanzee.
Yeah, he barks. He's got a big bark, but literally no bite.
I see.
Unless he's playing around with you, then he can get.
Then he'll drop your ass.
Yeah, he'll ruin your clothes for sure.
I've seen it happen. I have.
Yeah, he got very. Oh my god! And he's got this thing where he deposits slime on you, and you never exactly know when or where it's coming from or gonna be.
Yeah, I
We
recall
call it
that.
Yeah, it's called getting macked, and Sarah's getting macked pretty hard. It's pretty gross.
You're
It's
putting
almost
up.
like its own creature. It's like its own. The slime that comes out of his fucking mouth is like its own sentient, separate entity.
Yeah, it sounds disgusting. And it is disgusting because he's done it to me. I'm just standing there minding my own business. He comes up and drops 3-4 quarts of slime on you. How's it going?
That's Army Wormy for you guys.
Yeah. Why did you sign up for that? You just think he's a cool dog?
Well, they're not all slimy.
No, they are. I just don't think that was taken into account exactly. The
Yeah.
magnitude.
I might not have known about the slime at the time.
I see. Well, it's just something you have to live with then.
Yeah, for the next 3-4 years.
You're not wishing for his death, are you?
No, I'm saying that
That's just
he
how
has
it
an
be.
average lifespan of 3 or 4 years.
Okay. All right,
Well,
good.
7 years, 6 to 7. There we go.
Yeah, but you've had him a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, 3 to 4 years of service life. What could you do to strike them? Do you think you could make him like bionic or something?
You could get him a heart transplant, probably.
Could you really?
I don't know, man. I don't follow that kind of veterinary science.
All right, well, we'll just think about that. Just put a pin in that. Put a pin in a heart
No,
transplant.
see, here's the thing is that in our household, we don't believe in prolonging animals' lives unnaturally. So, like, Murphy works with this lady whose cats are like 23 and 24 fucking years old. They're old as fuck. They don't have teeth. They needed to die like 15 years ago, but she, keeps them alive with injections. She has to like give them injections and shit every day. They have special food. Like, dude, at a certain point,
Let it go.
let it go.
Yeah, we know somebody with a cat like that.
Yeah, we do. You know what I say to that? Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking
Army will
horrifying.
live his full lifespan, however long that is, and then he'll go to doggy heaven.
Hey, real quick, can we just talk about how stacked the UFC card is tomorrow?
Fuck yes.
So stacked.
Yeah, what's the card?
It's Tyron Woodley and Colby Covington are the main event.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight.
No, it's not. Tyrone Woodley has fucking given it up, dude.
Maybe we'll see. Maybe he's come back. We'll see.
I don't think
I'm
so.
gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
What's the weight class middleweights?
Heavyweight? Aren't they
No,
heavyweight?
it's not heavyweight. It's
Are they light heavy?
Yeah, it's middleweight. It's 170.
I'm gonna shut up now.
Okay, very good.
And then the co-main event is Cowboy Cerrone and Nico Price.
My boy Cowboy.
Yeah, now Cowboy's gotten his ass kicked the last few fights, hasn't he?
Yes,
He's lost his last 4.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's tough. Maybe. Well, we'll see. Is this guy that he's fighting a chump?
No, Nico
Okay.
Price is a bad motherfucker.
All right. Well, we'll see. I mean, if he
There's a
gets...
video.
When was the last time Nico Price fought, though?
Not that long ago.
Okay.
Well, so those are the two co-mains?
Yeah, the main and the co-main.
All right. Anything else?
Then-
Yeah.
Well, there's Johnny Walker,
Johnny Walker's
who I
fighting.
really like, is fighting in, I think, is he on the main or is he on the under?
He's on the main card.
And then one guy we went to high school with is on the prelim card.
Oh yeah, Derek Minner.
Yep.
Right.
Really?
So that's pretty cool.
Derek Mittner's on the card. Man, I'll tell you what, Nebraska has produced some UFC fighters now. At least 2.
Couple.
Yeah. Well, Drew Dober,
Yeah, and Drew
Anthony
Dober.
Smith, Derek Minner.
Derek Minner hasn't made it though.
No,
like
he's. No.
I'm shocked that
He
they're
was on the
giving him another
Contender
fight.
Series, lost, and then he filled in for someone else. He got signed to the UFC because he's, like the champion of Dynasty Combat Sports, which is the Nebraska pro fighting circuit.
Yeah.
And
And there
Yeah,
are...
he got a contract. I don't know how. This is his 3rd fight. I think if he doesn't win it,
Yeah,
then he's probably done.
This is his 3rd fight. He lost the first 2, so
Oh, I see. Well, let's all root for Derek Mittner, I guess. And so it sounds like
Just Minner.
Minter.
No T.
Minner,
Minner.
like
I see.
like how a redneck would say minnow.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thanks for
Minner.
explaining that. That's helpful. Derek Minner, let's all wish him well. Go Big Red. All right. So that's very good. Hey, there was something else I wanted to mention real quick, too. And I hope you enjoy that fight. The other thing I wanted to mention is that we do have an update on the Jerry Falwell situation.
Oh yeah, okay.
And the update is this. It turns out that actually not his wife, who was kind of at the center of the reason that he resigned, came home to find him in a state of drunkenness, having fallen down the stairs and cut up his face. And she couldn't get in, apparently. She was out till after like 11 o'clock. She had to break in the back door somehow with a chair to get in. And so she had to call 911, but she didn't want to tell 911 who it was or what was going on. But apparently they had to go get him because he was drunk and fell down the stairs. Poor guy. I mean, I feel bad for the guy now. I mean, yeah, he got... Why? I don't know. It seems like a bad time to fall down the stairs and get drunk.
I mean, any time's a bad time to fall down the stairs, but like he's the dummy who got drunk
All right.
and fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
The point is that
Suspect.
drinking alcohol is one of the worst things you can do at Liberty University, and they were still on the property. So it was like this whole, oh, I can't believe he's drunk all the time. Oh, he's Jerry Falwell's son. Ooh. It's just more bad PR.
Yeah,
Hypocrites.
It sounds like she tried to have him killed.
Good for her.
Maybe she did.
Maybe she did. That's true. I hadn't considered that angle of it.
So
but
she could get a crack at that fortune and get back to sucking that pool boy.
You know what? I
That
think
pool
you're
boy
onto
ain't gonna
something.
suck himself.
Well, we don't know that either. So, but that happened, so I thought I'd give you a quick update on that. Now you have it.
Very nice. Well, I wish them well.
Oh my gosh, yes. All right, so Elsie, what do you got going on this week?
This week, I intend to kick ass again in the NFL pool at my office. I'm tied for second place right now. So Everybody that I picked, you better fucking do what I told you to do.
That's right. The NFL's back, baby. It's fun, fun, fun.
Yeah, college is getting a season 2.
Well, it seems like it. You know what? We're all just going to kind of muddle through it, and the people who get it will get quarantined, and, they'll press on. It's kind of weird, though. That's for sure. It's the strangest football season I've ever seen.
Yeah. I think it's super weird how NBA games have like those like computer screen fans in the stands. That's weird to me, It's
a sign of the
That's
times.
weirder than just having no one there.
I'm going to give a confession here. Are you ready to hear my confession?
Yeah.
I have not watched a single game of the NBA postseason.
I haven't watched a game, like a whole game, but it's been on, like where I've been.
I see. But I haven't.
Weird.
I haven't sought it out. I haven't watched it. I'm just not interested. I'm so sorry.
I don't
Yeah,
even
I
know
never
who's
was.
playing. Who's playing in it these days?
The Los Angeles Lakers are taking on the Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals, and I don't know who's winning or won in the East.
Oh shit, go Nuggies.
Yeah, go Nugs, I guess. I just don't.
Nugs.
I just don't follow basketball. It's never been as interesting to me as football.
Gotta go with home team, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm a big Nugs fan in theory, much in the way that I love Fanta or my favorite shaving cream. But I'm not really emotionally attached. I don't have to see either of those things either.
They don't give a fuck about you either.
It's true. So it's mutual, and it's not a big deal. It's fine. We have a great relationship.
Look, it's getting late, y'all.
Yeah, man.
This has been a little bit
Yeah.
rambly. I'm going to have to
Oh my
request that
God.
we wrap it up.
So rambly.
All right, has it been too rambly? I don't
Yes.
know. All right, well,
No,
shit.
it's been just the right amount.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just my attention span is waning now.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's a lot of good material to work with.
Yeah, do you think I'm going to have to edit it?
No,
Nah.
Nah.
no,
Nope.
don't.
Not even a little.
All right, good.
Raw dog it.
Yeah, throw it right out there as is.
Didn't like that.
Well, folks, again, if you want to vote for whatever fucking just don't even bother. Anyway, but
No, there has to be a winner.
oh, does there? Okay.
Please,
Yes.
please email us at ashinshow@gmail.com. We're so lonely.
Or go fuck yourselves. That too.
Or both. You
How
can do
about that?
both.
How about you just go fuck yourselves too? Either way, doesn't make a
Fuck
difference.
yourselves and then email us about it.
Yeah. Well, let's
Oh,
not
that's interesting.
invite that evil into our home.
I love the way you kids have shot down every time we've actually tried to invite somebody to contact us and provide us any feedback whatsoever.
We're like
anyway.
that uncontacted tribe of natives in the, somewhere in the fucking Pacific. Helicopters try to drop off supplies to them, and they just throw spears and arrows and shit at them every time.
Yeah, that's us all over it, that's for sure. Well, in any event, I know we've had some fun this evening, but again, our deepest condolences to the family of Ruth Bader Ginsburg and a real loss for America in so many ways. Anyway, I love you, kids. It was great to talk to you.
Okay, love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you, but one more legit bit of news that will happen this week potentially is if they're going to have her Lions date as they should, we are fucking going.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Have fun with that. Wear a mask.
Notorious
Yeah.
RGB.
Yeah, man.
RBG? There we
Yep.
go. RBG.
Yeah, it's not.
RBG,
Yeah. The notorious RBG. Rest in peace.
Love you, bye.
A Shinn Show is a production of Shinfluence. It features the voices and opinions of the Shinn family, which are entirely and exclusively their own. Join us each week on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Thanks as always to our regular listeners. We love to hear from you, so if you have a question, comment, recommendation, or idea you would like to submit to A Shinn Show, please email us at ashinshow@gmail.com, and we will be happy to ignore it, belittle you publicly, or steal your ideas if you actually have a good one.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.